Welcome to a Face Project podcast.
Hello?
It's just pure life. It's pure
And my
innocence.
mom
It's
is a
pure
writer. My
gratitude.
dad.
So I ended up in America.
I am an adopted
because
Korean and have been all my
To me,
life.
it's a perfect blend of science and
I
creativity.
was screaming, I will live over here till I die.
Hi everyone, my name is Natalie Jennings, and you're tuned into a Face Project podcast, stories told by people from around the world that help to broaden our understanding of the human experience. This is episode number 23. Thank you all for listening, and thank you all for sharing and subscribing and making this podcast grow. We are continually exceeding our download numbers each month, so we owe a great deal of gratitude to you, listener, and everyone that you share this podcast with. So thank you very much. I want to draw your attention to one special thing that we have going on right now. If you are near your phone or your computer, which to listen to this, I'm sure you probably are near one of those things, and as long as you're not driving, head on over to our website, afaceproject.com, and you'll notice at the very top there's a little bar that says you can get a free copy of our digital magazine. If you didn't know that we had a magazine, we do. We put out a couple of episodes a month on average, and those episodes are transcribed and put in a quarterly print and digital magazine. So this would be a free copy of the digital magazine. If you just click on that little button, it'll ask you just for your name and your email, and we will send you a full copy of one of our issues, one of our back issues of the magazine. Issue number 4 will be out shortly, and you can look for that on our website under Store. I am still bringing this podcast to you from Hawaii, which means that I still don't have my usual mic set up, and the audio may be a little bumbly here and there, and you probably can hear the birds. I can't seem to get to a place in my house without the birds, but I've just decided that that's okay, and once I'm back in Minneapolis, I'm sure I'll miss hearing them, so decided to keep the birds, and I hope the audio comes through clear for you guys without too many pops and ticks from not having my pop shield. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. This episode is from Guatemala, and if you have listened to the podcast recently, this episode complements Alejandro's story very, very well. Alejandro's episode was number 18, and so if you enjoy this one, I highly recommend heading back and listening to number 18, or if you've got your phone handy, just pull that up and download it quick, and you can tune in back to back. So check that out. I spent some time in Guatemala in December with Great Commission Outreach. It was founded by a group of doctors that are trying to provide ongoing education, medical care, and food for children in the village of Pila. And I was there as a photographer to document the process of them helping out. Our storyteller that you're going to hear from today, Pablo, was there as well, as his family was in line at the clinic waiting for help. He is one of only a couple of people in that village that spoke English, and he was eager to speak with me for a little while and share his story, which I thought was really kind of him to do. You'll notice that we are walking down a gravel road in the village. There are some gusty winds as well, something I, even with the lapel mic, I couldn't quite avoid. So there's a little bit of audio stuff going on, but for the most part, this came through very well and it's very clear. Just a couple more pieces of business before we dive into today's story. If you would like to see photographs of Pablo, or if you listen to episode 18, Alejandro, and you'd like to see photographs from La Pila in Guatemala and photographs of both of those gentlemen, head over to afaceproject.com and look under the podcast menu. If you're new to the podcast, then you may not know that we have a series of portraits that accompany each story that we publish. So if you've been listening and you're curious about what's going on with the people you're listening to, head on over to A Face Project and you can see pictures of our storytellers there. Final note, we are celebrating our 1-year anniversary this month, and we couldn't do this without you. So if you are a fan of this podcast, consider going to our website and clicking on our contribute button in the menu. We are grateful for all of your support, and anything that you are able to give if you're a regular listener to this content helps us keep producing the content. $1 a week, $5 one time, anything that you want or are able to give, we greatly appreciate your help. You're going to hear from Pablo in just a second. This piece opens with some audio that I snagged from some of the people helping out in La Pila. So we'll dive into that right now. And here is episode number 23.
Estamos en La Pila tratando de ayudar a las personas para que tengan una mejor salud. Hay como 100 haciendo cola, entonces vamos a tratar de ayudarlos y darles medicina. Van a pasar donde el doctor y vamos a darles una palabra si ellos necesitan oración. We are in La Pila. We are seeing people who are sick or maybe they need a prayer. We are here to help them, and we have maybe 100 people from La Pila.
En el día de hoy lo que estamos haciendo es apuntando a todos los pacientes, registrándolos con fecha de nacimiento, peso, estatura, presión y vitales para tener un registro, para continuar siguiéndolos desde ahora hacia el futuro a todos los pacientes de la comunidad de La Pila. Today what we're doing is we're registering all the members of this community. We're registering, recording their height, weight, any medical conditions that they have, so we can compare and have a baseline so we can follow for the future.
My name is Pablo. I'm from here, from La Pila. I'm 19 years old. It's basically the main language here on La Pila. It's Cachiquel, or it's my language. My father have a motorcycle, but me no. No, I don't have it because actually the last year I was having an accident with my motorcycle, with the father motorcycle, so that is why I decided never have one. The weather it was bad. So I was going to Patsun for something. There is some sheet of paper for my brother that is studying. So I was driving. However, when I was driving, I see that there on the road it was some stones that I never seen here. So after that I don't remember anymore because I crashed. That's it. So that is why no more motorcycle for me and no more motorcycle for my life. Yeah. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was really good. When I was younger, I can tell you that I was running every noon. I was running. We are just playing. I was free. To be honest, I was free because we are enjoying every single time of our life with my friends. Yeah, it was really, really wonderful, to be honest. We have a field, football field, there on the forest where we was playing every single noon, and that was the only thing that I was enjoying when I was a child. Here, the people here are very respectful, as I have mentioned before, and they help. Even we don't know who is the person. If we see that the person needs help, we are helpful. We are fully helpful here. We have a very, very beautiful culture. Capital city is amazing. If you can go, I recommend you to go. I left here when I was like 13. When I was 17, I came back here, and I was working here with my father in the field, in the farm. And so basically, I left here from my town because I was wishing to study, but I didn't have the possibility. It's about the money. That's the most common issue that we have here. It's kind of scholarship that I get from an organization that is Sisters of Mary. That organization helped me out to finish my study during those 4 years with them. Learned many things there, like welding, baking, and tailoring. I was learning many things there about religion also, and electricity also. My friends now, they are out of the town. They are working. Some of them they are on the United States. One of them, she already got married, like me. I already got married. I just got married the last year. I was waiting for the opportunity to travel to United States. I was hoped to get my visa and travel there, work and continue my studies. And after that, I came back here if I can, and also to grow up as a person. That's basically my plan. For my daughter, I hope that she can continue her studies. She can be, I don't know what she really wants to be, like a doctor. Anyway, I will be just with her when she is going to grow up, so I can go ahead and tell to her, right? I'm with you, I'm your father, and I will be always with you, helping you. Es la gloria de Dios es el hombre lleno de vida. The glory of God is man full of life. That's because whenever me as a person, I'm always looking for more. If I have a goal, I'll put all my effort here to get that goal finished. And after that, if I don't have any other goal, I cannot go ahead, and I will be kind of killed in that time. That is why in this case I always have a goal on my life, so in that way I always have life on me. Yeah, that's what I say, what I think, and that is because I have that phrase always in my mind.
If you enjoyed this story and Alejandro's story, episode number 18, and you would like to contribute to the cause, you can go to greatcommissionoutreach.org, and there is a lot of information about what these folks are doing all over the world to help families and kids in a sustainable, ongoing way. That doesn't just mean they show up and leave and never come back. So they have some really, really cool things going on. You can sponsor a child. You can sponsor the program, and again, there's a lot more information there. So greatcommissionoutreach.org is the website. This episode was recorded and produced by me, layout and design by Aaron Woods, photography Natalie Jennings, music by Xavian and Noman. Finally, before I sign off, thank you all for listening. I love this work, and I've really, really enjoyed watching this podcast and magazine grow. A reminder, if you missed it in the beginning, head on over to our website, afaceproject.com, and at the very top, we've got a new thing. It's like a long gray bar at the top of the home page, and if you click on it, you can download a free digital issue, one of the back issues of our magazine. The magazine is a repurposing of the content you hear on the podcast, transcriptions of the interviews as well as photographs. We also have photo essays featured in each issue of the magazine, and we recently added a poetry feature which you'll be able to catch in volume 4. If you'd like to subscribe, we offer magazine subscriptions, both print and digital, so head to the website and look under shop for that. We will be with you in a couple of weeks, and thank you again for continuing to share this podcast with your family and friends. Have a great rest of March, and we'll be with you in April.